Welcome to yoga. We're gonna start standing, and I have an idea of a breath and arm warm up. So I've got like 6 or 7 simple arm movements we're gonna do with breath as a kind of meditation, getting into our body, but also if we can keep our arms up through the whole thing, it's gonna be a great arm strengthener. Very simple. So you can do it sitting or standing. I'm gonna do it standing. Let me turn this fan down so it's not as noisy. Okay, so we're just gonna start with C curves. So we're gonna trace the letter C. So we start with the palms forward, the palms back in front of us. And then we kind of carve the letter C and bring the palms forward. So it's just kind of an inhale as you come up, exhale as you come down. And you want to keep the arms nice and engaged. We were talking about this on Sunday when we were with Amelia and Amy. We were doing some arm just strengthening by trying to engage the biceps even when our arms are straight. So that's what inspired this little arm and breath warm up. Inhale. You can keep your eyes closed if you want. Exhale, or you can have a soft gaze about 6 feet forward in front of you on the floor. We'll do about 3 more. We're trying to match the inhale with the exhale. And if we do all of these exercises together without dropping our arms, we'll do about 5 minutes of arm workout as we bring ourselves to our bodies. Now we're going to bring the arms into like a goal post, and we're just going to inhale as we close, exhale as we open. Do about 10 of these. So you want your abs to be engaged, you want your booty dropped and lifted, legs strong, lengthened, feet flat on the ground. Inhale, exhale. So you can slow the movement down if you want to take a longer breath, or you can make the movement a little quicker if you want to just go with your normal breathing pattern. Really try to kiss those elbows in front of you. Should start to feel a little burn. Let's do 2 more. And then we're going to keep the arms out, and we're just going to flat down and inhale up, or opposite, whatever feels right for you as far as the breath. You just want to inhale one way with one movement and exhale with the other. I'm actually inhaling as I go down, exhaling as I go up. Try to keep the elbows lifted. Match the movement with the breath. If you focus on matching the movement with the breath, you won't feel the burn as much. Two more. And now we're going to bring those elbows together, just give our shoulders a bit of a rest. And all we're going to do is just a simple lift. Inhale, exhale. Small movement. Three more. Oh yeah, and now we're gonna take the left arm out and the right elbow to the, I don't even know what this is, just copy me. Inhale, exhale. And if you want, you can look over the finger. And if you want, you can give yourself a little twist as well. Just in the rib cage, just to start moving a little bit more of the body. But we're still just focusing on the breath. Drop those shoulders. If that makes you dizzy, you can just look forward. Just focus on the arms and the breath. Three more sets. You should start feeling a little burn now, almost to the end here. And take the right arm up and the left arm out, and we're just gonna switch. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale. I'm bringing the palm in towards my face and the palm down here and switching that. So there's a little rotation. Try to keep those arms long. Three more sets. Good, and all the way up and all the way down. 10 of these. And we're going to finish with 2 sets of breath of fire and small arm circles. So the arms come out and we're just going to go 10 times. That's going backwards and now forwards. And release, shake it out. Woo! Yeah, that's our dancer arms workout and warm up and coming into our bodies. Okay, good. Shake it, shake it, shake it. Let's just take the head around a couple times. Your arms should feel nice and energized and also a little heavy. If we did that every day, whoo, our arms would look like Michelle Obama. Michelle Obama's arms. Good. Let's take the hands behind the head and let's just tight booty. Let's just lean back a little bit, send the elbows back, open up the chest. You can press the hips forward a little bit. Stay here, a couple of breaths, just breathe, open up that chest, chin to the ceiling. And then let's exhale and bend the knees over the toes, bring the elbows forward, let the weight of the hands come to the back of the head to pull your chin down, pull your belly button towards your spine. And then again, big inhale, arch, send the elbows back, tight booty, you can press the pelvis forward, and then exhale and bring the knees over the toes, elbows come forward, heavy head. Curve that lower back. One more time, big arch, big inhale, elbows come back, scapulas drop, and then exhale all the way forward. Hang out here just for a second, and when you're ready, you can let the arms drop. And then you can bring your elbows to your knees and just kind of get yourself in the mindset of maybe coming into a forward fold, but not yet. Just kind of shaking the head out, pulling the pelvis back, maybe one hip at a time. Go ahead and wrap the arms around the thighs. Drop the chin down, heavy head. Send the low back to the ceiling as you pull against your arms. Breathe here. Feel that stretch between the scapulas. Feel the lower back widening. And release and roll slowly, vertebrae by vertebrae, all the way up. Let's take the hands above the head, clasp the fingers together. Big inhale, exhale, tilt to the left, pushing the hips to the right. Look under those arms. See if you can get your hands behind your head slightly. Drop the scapulas down the back. And try the other side. Exhale into the stretch. Pull the hands away from the armpits. Good. Let's do a little arch here. Press the hips forward. Look up. And then we're going to come forward. Again, if you're not ready for a forward fold, just bring the hands to the knees or grab a block. Coming into forward fold slowly. Shake the knees out. Shake the head. I had the idea at the beginning of class that maybe we would do a fully standing class. See how that works. I have no idea if it's possible, but let's go as far as we can go with the idea. Shake that booty out. Maybe give it a little like figure eight. Kind of trace a figure eight with it by bending your right knee and then your left knee. And if you're ready, you can take your elbows in your hands, heavy upper body. Big breath here, yogis, big breath here. Somebody's on a phone call right outside my door. All right, good. Keep breathing heavy here. Go ahead and take your right hand to the floor in front of your feet, and let's just do a gentle spinal twist. In fact, what you can do is actually slightly bend your left knee, and then twist to the left. You can be up on a block if you want. Push out of the floor on that hand that's stabilizing, and then switch sides. Right knee bends just a little bit. Twisting and looking over your right shoulder. And release. Let's roll up slowly. Last thing to come up is the head. When the heat gets going, it's harder and harder for us to keep going up and down with yoga poses. So see what we can do standing today. Let's take our hands to our head. We're going to do some standing abs. Same idea as before, matching the movement of the breath with the movement of the body. So I've got my toe, my right toe kind of on the floor. I'm going to inhale. I'm lifting the toe off the floor. Exhale. I'm bringing the elbow to the knee. Inhale, I tap the toe. Exhale, nice and slow. So it's a balancing challenge because we're trying to go slow and controlled. It's a breath and mind and body connection challenge because we're trying to coordinate all of this. And then of course, it's a nice strengthening of the abs, of the obliques here, as we really try to crunch that elbow to the knee. And if you can, try to touch the elbow to the knee and maybe for a second, hold it there. It's hard to talk and do it at the same time. Let's do 3 more. Good. Woo! Shake out that standing leg. Give it a little, maybe a little massage. And let's try the other side. So the toe is just tapping, the left toe is tapping the floor. Inhale, exhale, crunch. Coming down is as hard as coming up, yeah? So control that descent. Three more. Ooh. Good. Shake it out. Some hip circles. Good. All right. Same idea. Toe in front of us, right toe in front of us. We're going to bring our arms straight up. Inhale. Exhale, we're going to crunch the knee to the forehead. 10 of these. In, nice long lengthening. Exhale, nose to knee, forehead to knee. Try and track those elbows parallel to each other like 2 train tracks. We basically do this on our back sometimes. Yeah, so just imagine that you're on your back. It's the same thing, but we're adding the balance, the one-legged balance, which as we age becomes more challenging to do, but more important to do. It's hard to talk. Okay, 2 more. All right, just before we do the other side, come down into a nice second position plie. Do a little rock back and forth here. If you want to take the shoulder forward, one shoulder at a time, give your back a little snap, crackle, and pop. One more time, each shoulder. Good. Heel toe, back. We'll do the left side now. 10 crunches. Inhale, long reach, big reach. Exhale, nose to knee. The balancing gets really hard at the very end of your crunch. If you really try to get that knee to the forehead, you're gonna feel a little wobbly there. That's normal. Send those elbows all the way back to the wall behind you. Three more. Woo. Yeah. All right. Shake that out. Shake the feet out. In fact, actually, let's just do some foot circles here, just to stretch out the ankle. And then go ahead and grab the outside of that foot, and let's just stretch the quad. So you want the knees together and then the hips tucked. Press the top of the foot into the hand, which is going to drop that right shoulder. Whew. My foot is so slippery, it fell right out of my hand. All right. Other side. Gotta use my towel. Ooh. Oh yeah, I forgot the circles. Thank you. I find that this side is harder for me to grab. I don't know if you all have the same thing with one foot being a little harder to grab than the other. For some reason, it's my left. So lock those, not lock, but kiss those knees together, tuck the pelvis slightly, drop the left scapula, left shoulder, lengthen through the right side of the body, spread those 5 toes in your right foot out on the floor. And release. I'm feeling it in my arms. All right, let's try the front foot stretch. Grab your foot and kind of tuck the heel into near the groin. Send the knee down towards the floor. Finding my words today, a little difficult. And then from here, see if we can actually bend the standing leg slightly. Some of you may able to go all the way down, lifting your heel off the floor and coming into a one-legged squat. You can also take your arms up by your ears as a challenge, or you can try to go all the way down. Yes, Amy, beautiful. You're inspiring me. Should I try it? I'm scared. Oh. Well, I got down, but it wasn't the way it was supposed to be, but I'm glad I tried it. Let's do the other side. Tucking the left foot up and across with the heel sort of aimed towards the groin, knee pointing down. Left, you can bring that left arm up if you want. Yes, that's a one-legged, what is that, a one-legged four. You can bend the standing leg here. See if you can keep that heel tucked tight. You can take the arms up by your ears, or you can go all the way down to the floor. And by lifting that heel off the floor, beautiful. Beautiful, Amy. Wow. Woo! I'm just trying to do the one-legged part. Good. Okay, shake that out. Nice. Let's come into that second position one more time. Actually, you know what? Let's do a nice triangle. Let's do a pyramid. Let's take a nice good start. Feet forward. And then just tilt forward, flat back, slowly, 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 all the way down. You can take the hands to the ground. You can take your hands to your ankles. You can take your hands through the legs. Whatever feels good to you right now. Let's just stretch out those hamstrings. Let's Bend the right knee, send the booty back, and let's actually lift the upper body off the floor. Arms by our ears, back, torso parallel to the floor, and then let's switch. And switch. And switch. And switch. One more switch to the left. Hold that back up. Come center. Release all the way down again. And from here, let's take the right toe out and the left heel up. And let's come into a runner's lunge with the right leg forward. And let's do a little twist here. Right arm comes up, looking over the right shoulder. Go ahead and drop the knee. Lift the toe off the floor and reach your hand towards the toe. Some of you may be able to actually grab the toe. I can't. I might be able to use a strap, but it's good enough just to reach that direction. You get a quad stretch there. Go ahead and tuck the toe again. Come right back up to the twist. And then let's straighten that leg. Straighten the back leg. Bring it a little bit forward. And just drop the knee, the head to the knee. Hands are on either side of your front foot. You can use a block on either side if that helps. Just gentle here, guys. We're not, we're still just kind of coming into our bodies. Walk your hands around to the other side, and let's do a lunge with the left foot forward, and then a twist here. Drop that knee. If you want to come up on a block, lift the toes towards the fingertips. See if you can grab one. Look over your left shoulder. Tuck that back toe one more time. Come through the spinal twist, the runner's twist. And then hands come to the floor. Straighten the back leg and bring it forward a couple inches. Grab your blocks on either side of your front foot if you need them. And just do a gentle head to knee here. And walk your hands back to where we started with that pyramid pose, hands in front, toes forward. Shake your hips right to left. Go ahead and bend the knees, come into a sumo squat. So you want to actually drop the pelvis down between the knees, hands in prayer, pushing against the knees. Breathe. And then when you're ready, find your way safely, maybe vertebrae by vertebrae, through a roll up back to standing. And we're going to do our 20 breaths. Get some water. All right. So we'll mark the end of our warm-up by doing our pranayama. Perfect timing. This is 20 breaths, however you want to do them. Inhaling as you reach up, exhaling as you come through prayer. And I invite you to play with your arms and play with your breath, however you want to. Begin whenever you're ready. Couple more. On our last one, we're going to exhale right into tree. Pick up that right leg, place it where you want it, and balance. Right from the breath into the strength of tree pose, rooting your standing leg into the ground. Let that breath be the water and sun that feed the roots of your tree. And release and try a breath. One more breath, reaching up, and then pull yourself into that tree. See if you can get your leg where you want it without having to place it there. It might not be as high as it usually is, but that's okay. See what you can do. So we want to use our pranayama, our life force, our breath, like fuel for our body, our mind, our spirit. And using that vinyasa, pranayama that we just did to put into our tree is a way of just kind of being with that theory, that idea, being a metaphor, our body being a metaphor for the life force that we just brought through with our breath. All right, shake it out. I have no idea what I just said. That was, I was just kind of on a little journey there. All right, I have an idea. We're gonna do some work from either Warrior 3 pose or just as a kind of modified version, kind of halfway point with the toe touching here and the upper body on an angle. So you can either have the upper body parallel with the floor in Warrior 3, or you can be in a long diagonal line. We're going to do some booty work, some leg lifts from these positions. So either start here, I'll start here, and then I'll move into Warrior 3. So shoulders down, find the diagonal line. You're either in Warrior 3 or you're here. All we're going to do is lift the leg and lower the leg. So if you're already with the leg lifted, you're lowering and lifting. Up, 5 of these. Exhale as you bring the leg up. Good. Come through parallel and come into chair for a minute. Just kind of sit down into chair. Good. Breathe in chair. Knees over toes. And then press the heels into the floor. Come to mountain. And then try the other side. We're going to do 2 sets of these. We're going to do leg lifts. Here we go, 5 of these. Breathing, exhaling as you lift the leg. If you're doing it in the way I'm doing it, you really want to try to keep the top of the knee towards the floor. Probably also if you're doing this in Warrior 3 as well. 2 more. This is also a balancing pose, so your standing leg is going to get tired too. Come through chair. Lift the belly buttons. Breathe and chair. Your arms are going to be tired after today, y'all. Tired arms. And press into mountain. Woo! Feel the burn. Couple head circles. Couple shoulder circles. And you can either repeat what you just did or you can challenge yourself and go into Warrior 3 if you haven't done that already. Lower and lift. Exhale as you lift. Swing the arms up, down, around, into chair. Hold chair. Actually, this time let's lift the heels off the ground. Sink the hips a little deeper. Lift the belly button. Press the heels to the floor. Come to mountain. Other side. 5 leg lifts. Swoop the arms around, back, through, into chair. Lift the heels. Whew. Sink a little deeper. And press into mountain. Yes. Feel the strength of your body. Let's take a step back with the right leg. We'll come into crescent pose. So make sure that left knee is right over your left ankle. Let's take the arms down and see if we can do a reverse prayer here, up the back. Send the elbows back. Look up. Sink a little deeper. And release. Let's come up, over, and around to the other side. Big sweeping arms that take you to the other side. Right leg forward, crescent pose. When you're ready, take the arms down, reverse prayer up the back. See if you can get a little deeper. Send the elbows back. Look up. Release those arms and swing all the way back to center. Let's come into star for a minute. Toes out, heels in. Let's come up on our toes. Feel that expansiveness of your body. Plie, goddess, drop the pelvis straight down between those knees, yeah? You don't want to tilt forward or back. Press the hands together. So you have tension. Send the knees back, pelvis down, breathe here. And come up. Good. Woo, shake it out. All right. I had an idea just a minute ago, and now I've lost it. Oh, I know what I want to do. All right. Well, I don't know if this is if this is still standing, but we're going to go into downward dog. So it's not all the way down. Let's take a nice roll down. Find our way into plank and then into downward dog. So I'm still going to say we're still standing because our feet are on the ground in down dog. Walk your hands out to plank. Let's hold in plank just for a minute. Drop those booties down. Feel the length of your plank, the strength of your plank. And when you're ready, send the booties to the ceiling and find your down dog. So what we're going to do here is take 3 breaths in down dog, and then we're going to lift the right leg up. So let's just take 3 breaths together, long, deep breaths. Now on the exhale of the 3rd breath, lift that right leg up towards the ceiling. Go ahead and lift, open up the hips and stack the right hip on top of the left. And go ahead and look under your right armpit. See if you can get those toes towards the ceiling a little bit more. All right, now, bring your focus back to the ground and walk the hands towards the feet. Standing splits. Woo, I'm too close to the wall. So we're trying to bring our hands close to our feet and our toes closer to the ceiling and our head to our knee. And release, bend those knees, bring that foot down and roll to standing, vertebrae by vertebrae. And come on up, and we're gonna do the same thing again. A roll down into plank, and then down dog into standing split on the other side. Whew. Roll down slowly in your own time. Walk it out to plank. You can stay in plank here if you want, or you can also lift the right leg off the floor, foot flexed. And then switch, left leg. And then booties up. And walk forward. Lift the left leg up. Open up the hip. Point the toe to the ceiling. Just stretch here. This should feel yummy. Now, bring your focus back and your hips back to square. Walk the hands slowly towards the feet. The goal is to get the hands on either side of the foot. Try and get the nose down to the knee. Bend the knee, bring it in, bend the standing leg. Roll vertebrae by vertebrae, heavy head to standing. Okay. Wow. Get some water. All right. Let's come back to star. Big breath. Let's turn the left Heel in, right toes out, and come into warrior two. Take a nice deep breath, inhale. Let's get a big reverse warrior here. Let's take a few breaths in reverse warrior. Make sure that knee is tracking out and back, the right knee. And then let's swing the right arm down to the leg and take the left arm up. Press the hips forward slightly. You can stay here or you can parallel the arms. Try and open up that chest to the ceiling. And press up back to star and try the other side. Left toes come out, right heel goes in. Warrior two. Make sure the hips are nice and flat. Open, left knee is tracking left and back. Right leg is rotating out and back. Sink into that warrior two, yeah? When you're ready, reverse warrior. Sink into the leg a little bit deeper. 3 breaths. And then sweep down, left elbow comes to left knee. Right arm sweeps up and over. Hips come forward slightly. You can stay here or parallel the arms. And press up. Heel toe, come up to mountain. And we're gonna take the right leg over the left and hook that foot around the calf. And take the right arm up and over the left arm. And come into eagle. Send the elbows up. Belly lifted. Untwist. And try the other side. Left arm up and over, left leg up and around. Elbows lifted, belly lifted. And untwist. Good. Let's take that sweep of the arms up. Big inhale. Exhale, dive through the arms, come into forward fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, release all the way back down. Inhale, walk out to plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. 3 big breaths in downward dog. We're going to lift the right leg and we're going to send the knee across and under, sending it straight in front of the right hip and coming up to side plank with the right foot at a right angle to the left foot. Lift those hips. And bring the left hand back down to the mat. Come back to down dog, 3 big breaths. Left leg comes up, knee comes down and across the body. Send the left foot forward. So your feet are kind of at 45-degree angle from each other. Right arm is up, hips up. And back through. 3 big breaths in down dog. And go ahead and drop the knees to the floor and come into prayer. Completely release into prayer. Go ahead and come on up. Grab your blocks if you need them. We're going to go into camel. We're going to inhale, hands behind us, grabbing hold of our ankles or the edges of our blocks. Exhale, press the pelvis up, release the head back. And release. All right. Well, let's see how long we lasted on our feet. 24, at almost the whole class. Come on down to your booties. That's pretty good if I say so. Let's do some stretching. Come on down onto your back. If you have a strap or a sweatshirt or a towel, grab hold of that right foot, the ball of your foot, and just extend the left leg down on the ground. And maybe a couple times bend the knee to the chest and straighten the leg. Cross the leg across the body and sickle the foot slightly. Pull that right hip down towards the ground, and then pull the toes towards your nose. Exhale into places that feel tight. Open up the leg to the side. Pull the foot towards the ear. Try to keep the left hip rooted into the ground. Don't let it fall off the ground. Use your core. And then switch legs. Bend the knee and straighten it. Bend the knee, straighten. Big, heavy sighs. Cross the leg across the body. Sickle the foot, gently pull the toes forward, and hook your thumb into your left hip there and kind of root it down. Press gently down. Open up the leg into second position. Pull the toes towards the ears. Keep the hip rooted, the right hip rooted. And release. Let's come into happy baby. And grab the outside of the feet and just kind of gently rock. Try to get the lower back on the ground. And while we're here, let's just open up the legs in second position and pull them towards our upper body. Get that straddle stretch. And bring those feet down to the ground. Take the right ankle and put it over the left knee. Weave the arms through and grab the back of the left thigh. Press the right knee away while you pull the left thigh towards your chest. Try to relax your neck and your jaw and your shoulders. Drop the left foot flat on the floor and then let your legs fall to the left so that your right foot stays attached to the top of the left knee but falls flat on the floor. Reach your right arm at a diagonal away and press your left knee away as you reach your right fingertips away. So you're getting that long cross lateral stretch from knee to fingertip. And recover and switch legs. Left leg to the top of the right knee. Weave the hands through. And make sure you're not resting on your left booty. Make sure your weight is equally distributed straight down the back, and you're pulling your right thigh towards you as you send the left thigh and left knee away from you. Let your foot fall to the floor and then let your left foot fall to the floor, still attached to the knee. Press the left knee away from your hips with your right hand as you reach your left hand up and away on the diagonal. And come on up. Let's see what time it is. Do a little spinal twist if you need to. It's 5:30. All right. We're going to do a 3-minute deep relaxation in silence. I'm going to turn the fan off. I'm going to set my timer for 3 minutes. And find your way into a deep relaxation with your body flat on the ground, palms up. Bring yourself back to the room. Wiggling your toes, fingers, yawning. Roll to your side like you do in the morning when you first wake up. And then slowly come to an easy cross-legged position. And we will seal today's class with gratitude for sweat. Cleanses our bodies, it cleanses our pores. It reminds us we are working very well. Our bodies are working well, and we are working hard, and everything is the way it's supposed to be. The spirit in me salutes the spirit in you. Namaste.